Hello, welcome back to a new video of Tekken and probably a new saga about videos of how to improve in Tekken. This is gonna be very long. The episodes probably gonna have more than one episode. And we'll start from the beginning because there is no fast way, there is no tricks, there is all about knowledge about mechanics of the game, matchups, frames, moves, and how to react in every situation, because every situation have one or more than one answers. You can't put the autopilot and start to throw hits, especially in high ranks. You cannot do that, okay? Then I'm going to start with basic things which I think are very important and many players maybe don't realize until it's very late in medium ranks like yellow or red. First of all, keep in mind maybe your character don't have evasive tools. Alright? Many people reach high ranks with zero knowledge, just abusing for evasive moves, and gimmick kicks. But Miguel, for example, don't have any kind of gimmick or evasive tool. So your fundamentals must be strong. First of all, one thing you must keep in mind is when somebody launch you or knock down you or do any kind of move where it leaves you in the floor, be careful how you wake up from the floor. Be careful how you wake up from the floor. You have many options from the floor. For example, just from this stance in the floor, you can just roll. You can roll and stay down if you hold. You can stand with standing attack. You can stand in with a low kick. You can do a toe kick for stay away of the pressure of the enemy. You can just tap up and suddenly hold down back to block low attacks. You can just hold back, which is the most safe usually. You must keep in mind about those options. Is your enemy close? Is your enemy throwing high hits for no reason? Is your enemy waiting you from a safe position, trying to bait you? Is your enemy going to do a low or a movement which hit grounded? You must keep in mind all that and react to that. You cannot stand and start to hit buttons, because your opponent, if he's a little bit clever, going to be ready to block your shit or to stay in a good range and punish you for that, So you must keep in mind, maybe when you are in the floor, just hold back, or if you think gonna come a low, you can just hold down back. Or if your enemy is mashing, then you can do a low to launch them. All that depends of you and depends of the situation. But you cannot wake up from the floor just like a mashing the buttons. You can't do. The last thing I wanted to hear is you are in the floor and I hear. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. This is pretty obvious, maybe, and many people will say, but I don't do that. Well, when we are nervous, many people do that. Also, you keep in mind some moves you must do touch roll, which is just push square or push X, which is 1 or 3. That is in the very moment you're gonna hit the floor. See? Just no need to massive machine the control. Just when you see you're gonna reach the floor, little span 1 or little span 3, and you will touch roll. Touch roll is very important to not get hit grounded later or things like that, or not eat some mix-ups. It's a good way to stand from the floor, but keep in mind to hold back when you do, because some people do touch roll and then attack, and that is not good, because they're gonna to eat the next move of the enemy. So if you touch roll, hold back. As a beginner or beginner player should to touch roll, for example, and hold back, or don't back, or whatever, if which move comes, if it's a low or a high or a mid move. Analyze the situation is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that is about wake up from the floor. What happens when the enemy is in the floor? Okay, some people get very messy and very nervous and do whatever move, for example this, and start to do things and get clip, and they are launched. See? For example, I'm going to do savage or something and I get hit, or I'm this and okay, there I time it well, but I do something and I get hit, or I'm walking and I mash in the bad moment and I get launched. Same with the medium kick, for example. Be careful. I mean, when you check your opponent, when you knock down your opponent or anything, check what your opponent do, or what kind of things he like to do. He do like that, he do like that low kick, he are like addicted to that low kick. Okay, then let's do something. Let's just like a time with a hop kick. Huh? Let's, for example, time in safe position and launch. I like, for example, do this, stay in safe position, launch. You can also do a hop kick, saddle 2, whatever. Your opponent, I don't know, like he do medium kicks a lot. You can do a punish. Check this kick is -12, then do something 11 or 12 frames, for example. But you can, for example, also stay in the range, outside of the range, and punish him. You know, with the low hits it's the same. A low hit is -12 too. At least you're gonna get a while standing 11, or if you predict, you can just low parry, you know, for a full combo. Okay? So it's very important, check what your opponent gonna do. Your opponent your opponent do, for example, this, okay, side step and launch. Of course I didn't do well, but you have there the idea, right? Like depends what your opponent do, check very well what he's going to do. You can even reflect him. You know? Recovery kick. This is a kick where many Mishimas will be eat if they wave that like crazy, right? And what they ate? They ate the toe kick. The same. You can low parry this. You can block. It's -18, which means super safe. You can just launch. You can even hop kick if you are enough fast. You can also stay in the range and punish properly, which is my favorite option. Always stay in a safe way and check what the opponent does. I'm explaining this because it's very, very important. I see a lot of players, good players, losing just for these stupid things, still in high ranks. Sometimes they roll. Yeah? You can just hit them with some moves, with others you can't. For example, that hit, if one opponent rolling, this move of Miguel will hit, only if rolling to the sides. Because if you do this, he will be avoided if you do very late. See? But if you do this, will hit, for example. Even this depends on the side. So keep in mind that they wake up normal, then check. I mean, maybe they will. You can do something safe. But be careful, because have some frames of kind of invincibility. Like you saw that move is mid and don't hit. See? Yes, this hit because hit rounded, but it's pretty unsafe. So just keep in mind of wait. You don't have anything to lose just for waiting. When the opponent is more nervous is when they wake up from the floor. They're going to do something dumb, something very dumb. Most of the times, like a hop, wake up, like I don't know, them's going to be lay down and then going to do a kick, or then going to hop kick or something, and you're going to be in a safe range to punish. Miguel have a few with punish tools. You know, you just can wait, chilling here, and attack with anything. You know, you don't need to stay here. Only that is if you're a very advanced player and you know exactly what they're gonna do. Then yes, later you're gonna learn what to do against somebody. With what more I could say? Touch rolling. Touch rolling is very dangerous against masters, because then maybe mass and maybe they do something risky in that moment, like this, and get punished. Or they do something like this because they think gonna stay grounded and get punished. Or do something like this and get punished, because you must think maybe they won't stay in the floor. Maybe they will wake up with touch roll. Maybe they will do touch roll and you're gonna be fucked. So for that is good idea, always check what they're gonna do. He did touch roll, okay. Now we are in neutral again. Neutral means both we are in zero, both we are in neutral position. Nobody win, nobody have advance, nobody have plus frames or anything. Everybody need to, I mean the match need to be start again. Need to lead to one side or to other. So from here again can enter and all that. What more moves? What more wake ups? That move, you see that? Many people don't know that. When there are certain moves which spike the opponent to the floor with an animation where them can't do anything and then them can hit one grounded hit. See how Miguel spike his head in the floor? That's going to guarantee that. Always, right? In that situations, and many characters have spike moves, you must just to hold back. Right. He hold back, right? See? But he hold back standing. You can do the same and recover not standing. I'm going to show now. For example, imagine I get launched with this. See? Just hold back in this point and down back after that. It's the same about the standing. Just hold back and don't let go back. You know? Now, for example, this combo. Many people in low ranks get hit by that combo. Just hold back. Right? Just hold back. There is nothing special about anything. With this, I mean, even if the opponent hold back like I show, you're gonna be on plus frames. I mean, yes, he hold back, but you are in plus frames. So, what I'm trying to say, when you wake up, you're usually going to be like in bad situation. But of course, you can counter your opponent with a low hit or evasive move. But what I'm trying to say is check well what you're doing and what your opponent doing. Check very well what your opponent gonna do, and then you decide how to wake up, or you decide how you wanna punish your opponent from wake up. This is very, very, very important. Okay, next class. We was checking about how to wake up from the floor. That is very important. Now we must to check other things. For example, some people usually they attack, keep attacking, right? Yeah, maybe these two hits connect, right? Yeah, I do this and I keep hitting buttons. No, my friend, don't do that. I mean, yes, you win this, yes, connect in normal hit, very good. But if you do the next move and you get blocked, don't keep pushing buttons, because a clever player than you gonna sidestep you or gonna clip you with something. For example, visual example, I'm this Miguel, I'm going to do this, I mean, into, for example, this, okay? That move, I mean, sure to be guaranteed, because it's 15 frames, right? I'm going to try to mass one, both we're gonna get hit. See, both we get hit. But oh, what happened there? Wow, what happened there? Miguel hit me. And I just sidestepped him in the fucking face, even if he have advantage. What happened there? Well, what happened is about you never going to be safe to about, oh, I did this and I do this and 100% the enemy going to eat that. No, there is always one answer to everything, to reject certain moves. In this case, this is pretty safe because, for example, gonna avoid dick jabs, gonna avoid lows. Yeah, this move is the best, I mean, because if somebody going to dick jab you, yes, you're going to win. But if they sidestep to the correct way, you're gonna be fucked. You know, you're gonna going to be fucked. Keep in mind that if you lose your turn, maybe you should to think. I'm going to put another example. on block. You're going to find if you mass on block, you're gonna get hit, of course. Maybe some moves will be win because have evasive properties, but you're gonna get fucked. You hit on block, it's not your turn anymore. See how the Miguel of the right get fucked by my standing 4 or for my dick jab, or even I can side step. So what I'm trying to say, pretty obvious thing. You hit on mid, okay, you can attack, but keep in mind there is answers. There is always answers to reject your move. Okay, you can do this for anti-side step. For example, if you do this and the opponent side step, you can do this, which is anti-side step, but this is high. It's high. Then maybe the opponent will duck this. So keep in mind there is never a pretty sure or pretty safe way to keep the pressure. If you hit on block, don't keep the pressure because you are -3. Any move which is 12, 11, 10, 13 even will try, but will take your turn. If you hit and you are minus, even if it's safe, that just means you can block. You lose your turn. Just the time to you block. Okay? Only you can keep the pressure with move which is plus. For example, this move is plus. This move is +1 on block. This move is +7. Yes, of course you can keep the pressure. Alright? Only with plus moves you want to keep doing your stuff. Like this. Like you do this maybe and you do this. But if you do this, don't keep the pressure unless you know like the opponent going to use something dumb. But if you do this and your opponent use 11 frames or 10 or whatever, you're gonna get hit. For that exists the side step. You lose your turn, you can side step. You lose your turn, you can block. You lose your turn, you can parry maybe. Okay? So keep in mind that if you lose your turn, block, wait, side step, maybe you will work against the move your opponent will use. Parry maybe will work, but don't keep the pressure. I mean, if you do this, why keep attacking? You are -3. You are -3 unless your opponent do something very slow, like I don't know, 19 frames or a hop kick. If he is clever, he gonna just jab you. You know, I show you the example with the standing 4 of Miguel, which is 12 frames. I'm going to show you this example when just that will win. Okay. Gonna get hit. But if I try something very slow, yeah, if I try something slow, I'm going to get hit because the knee is more faster than this move, which is 19 frames. The knee is 15 frames. Then of course going to win me even if hit on block because I'm trying very slow move. But if I do something faster like this, I'm going to win. So respect the frames. This is what I always say to the new players. Respect the frames. You can't just you can't mash just because your opponent have good strings or whatever, because eventually you're gonna get blocked. At least in medium ranks where the people know hold back and block the buttons, you know? I mean, block the attacks. So that, keep in mind that you lose your turn. Go to practice, set the frame data, and check the moves. On hit, yeah, go to practice mode, check the entire list of moves of your character. On hit, the follow-ups, if it's natural or not. I mean, you should put your opponent like this. Standing, there it says standing, and second option, guard all. Second option, guard all, because that's gonna prove you which moves are natural and which aren't, and which moves are not natural. Sorry for my shitty English. For example, this is not natural, right? But these two are natural, will connect always, but this never will connect. The third hit never will connect. Let's check in counter hit. Either. Also, keep in mind, you must check the moves like a normal and in counter hit, because different properties. Also on block. Oh, -9. This move is -9. It's pretty shitty. Like I lose my turn totally. Yeah, but on hit is +2. And I can commit to Savage Stance, for example. Check your entire move list in normal hit, in block, and in counter hit. Alright? Also, keep in mind, check which moves hit grounded. Alright? Check which moves hit grounded of your opponent. For example, oh, this not hit grounded. Oh, this not hit grounded. Oh, this hit grounded. Oh, this hit grounded also. Wow, these two hit grounded. No, the second hit grounded, you know? Because you're going to want to know which move hit grounded, okay? You must to check which moves will hit your opponent. Always. Always, you want to check that. That is very important. Especially if you want to learn the Okiseme of this game.